Greetings and welcome to another episode of Old Drunken Discography. I'm your host, Jason. With me on the left is Trey.
Hi.
On my right is Tim.
That's me trying to figure out which way's left and right.
Next to Tim is Bill.
So wait, I'm not on bottom?
We're all together. We're all on the side now. And then there's Joe.
Would y'all like to hear some interesting bug facts?
Man file.
And this is our 2000's Album of the Decade series. We're talking 2003. If you missed the previous episodes, we're a playlist channel. Go check out 2000, 2001, and 2. And stick around for 4, 5, and 6, and so on and so forth.
And yeah, we've already done the 90s. You can watch that one and see how this whole process devolves into finding the best album of the decade.
And what we do is we each pick our top 10 records, and we briefly go through them. We narrow it down to our top 3. The top 3 go into a bracket. And at the end, that bracket will get nasty and ugly, and we'll vote our albums out. It's a lot of fun, though. You should try it sometime. All right, 2003. Honorable mentions. Go ahead and spit y'all's little list out here. What y'all got?
We got Jack Johnson's On and On, Eels Shooting Nanny, and We're Happy Family, the Ramones tribute album.
All right. Oh, actually, yeah, you have that, don't you? You have that.
No.
Yeah, no, it was the Yeah
Number
Yeah
11.
Yeahs was an honorable mention. I'll go through mine. Wesley Willis, Motherfucking Greatest Hits, Volume 3. Punk Goes Acoustic came out in 2003. Good Riddance, Bound by the Ties of Blood and Affection. Teenage Bottle Rocket's first album, Another Way. Didn't make my list, but they'll be making it here very shortly. The Swingin' Utters, Dead Flowers, Bottles, Bluegrass and Bones. Fucking probably their best record from my favorite. Bootleg Rise Against, Strike Anywhere, Exit English. None More Black, File Under Black. And you got to mention some not Green Day. The Network, Money Money 2020. Sage Francis' Makeshift Patriot EP. Strung Out's Live in a Dive, which I've just discovered today that I need to buy that on vinyl because I thought I already had it. The Riverdales Phase 3, The Offspring Splinter, Me First and the Gimme Gimmes Take a Break, 710 Split, The Stars Have Fallen. You remember that shit, Joe? Billy Bragg, Must I Paint You a Picture, The Bouncing Souls Anchors Away, and the rest of them you guys have chosen. 2003 is fucking underrated.
Yeah, it is. You mentioned a bunch that I would love to put on my honorable mention, but the only one I have left is Decoration Day, Drive By Truckers.
All right, anybody else got any that didn't quite make their top 10?
No, if it didn't make my list, it sucked.
What didn't make my list, Jason, actually, you covered everything else that I had left open-ended.
All right.
What a bunch of great albums. That Live in a Dive, Strung Out, so good.
Yeah, I think Lagwagons is better, but Strung Out
It definitely
is up there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 2003. We're starting with Tim. We're starting with
Oh,
Ministry.
Right. Yeah, so, I mean, straight up, you get a Bush in office and under a war, and Uncle Al's going to put out a banger of an album. Here's a band at this point. They're coming up on their 20 years of being a band. Some might say they're already 10 years past their prime. But this is a discography I can't wait to get into. It's pretty dense. You could almost call them the thinking man's Nine Inch Nails. Yeah, a banger of an album from Uncle Al. I think it's one of their underrated albums. anytime a Bush is in office, you're gonna just have a swinging time.
Yeah, that may be why 2003 was such a good year. All right, Ministry.
Where's it gonna go? Oh wait.
I don't know. I don't know how to read notes.
Up next.
Evanescence. So this definitely would be an unpopular pick among the panel here. I knew that going in when I put it down. That being said, definitely something that I was listening to when I was growing up. 2003. Bill's ripe old age of 3 to 4, or I'm sorry, 4 to 5. When this is all coming out, had a lot of playtime on the radio. That being said, really enjoy it. Bring me back to life. I actually do still listen to it on occasion. I would say the vocals really carry through. Um, Not a lot else going on with Evanescence, like from the instrument standpoint per se. However, I've always enjoyed the sound. By far, my favorite Evanescence album, not even close. It was the most popular. I couldn't even name another Evanescence album besides this one. Um, and that's why I put it on my list as, in my opinion, one of my top 10 albums of 2003.
Okay.
And obviously, as its first album, it's going to go into the number one slot currently.
I'm just going to have to keep moving that fucking thing down all night.
You know you want to.
Number one!
Just set it at 10 to begin with and see if it moves up any. That's
That's a
the
good
real
idea.
way.
Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Let's
Forward.
put it in number 10 real quick.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, let's do that.
Just
Let's
to
do that.
see.
Let's see what
Just
happens.
see what happens.
Let's
yeah.
see what happens.
It could be his number one. You never know. You might have to move it up all night.
Yeah,
Yep,
right. You might
yep.
have just shot
I
yourself
might
in the
have to
foot.
bring
Yeah.
it back to life.
Oh, is that the song, the Evanescence song? Is that
Yes.
Yeah,
Bring
wake
me
me up.
back to-
Yeah.
that's their
Yeah.
one song.
I
That's
don't
the
know.
one.
All right. So long story of the Ataris. Obviously, everyone knows our love of the Ataris around here. We're big fans. Obviously, this one had their huge hit on there that plays on the radio everywhere. Really not. It's a fun cover if it's not on the radio all the time, right? So it's fine. Everything else on here is amazing. In this diary, Song Astoria, Take Off and Landing, Summer '79, An Open Letter to World, just a lot of good things on here. Really enjoy this album. We listened to a shit ton in the 03-04 time frame. Yeah, that's about all I've got with it.
Well, I got some advice for you vinyl collectors out there. If you're ever a fan of a little indie punk band and they get signed to a major label and they press their album on vinyl, pick it up because they'll probably get dropped and then they'll never print it again. This is actually my most expensive Ataris record. I love this record. I love the Ataris, but 2003 was a tough year.
It was.
90%
This one was
of this,
borderline.
90% of this record, though, I already heard. I'd already had demos and bootlegs and pre-recorded. Like 8 of 9 is on Punk Goes Acoustic, the better version.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back on today, there's a better version. Radio number 2. So it didn't quite. It's my number like 13.
Yeah, I missed one, or it probably would have gotten here, but
Oh,
I'm glad it did. It's good. It's good to have.
I'm glad I got to at least mention it. Should I go ahead and put that number 10 too?
It's up to you. Depends how much work you wanted.
Will Jason correctly guess our rankings?
Oh no, we ain't playing that shit because y'all change your rankings. Y'all change your rankings just to spite me. All right, Trey, the Postal Service.
All right, Postal Service was a side project with the lead singer of Death Cab and some other guy. I'm not a Death Cab fan, so it surprises me that I like this as much as I do. It's It's very electronic based, which is another reason I'm surprised I like it as much as I do. But I mean, lyrically, it's great. The melodies on it are fantastic. Um, District Sleeps Alone. I think We Will Become Silhouettes is probably my favorite. It's the idea of lovers being blown up in Hiroshima, and when they died, the bomb projected their silhouettes onto the walls. Um, yeah, I mean it's not the most upbeat shit you'll hear, but it's good. I enjoy it. I've listened to it quite a few times over the years. So
I don't know shit
Art
about that
Gable,
one.
Such Great Heights, both, you know, all
yeah,
amazing. They were one of my honorable mentions. So I saw you had it. So I was like, all right.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. I was like, I'm missing one for Bill. It's way fuck over there. That's gonna mess me up all night.
Let's have some
See, you
fun.
already
You did it.
shot
You
yourself
did
in the
it.
foot.
I know. My first pick is Lagwagon's Blaze. What a fucking fantastic record. Just through and through, a fucking banger. Go watch our Lagwagon. We might redo Lagwagon. We're doing Strung Out next week, so. I mean, what can you say? This thing fucking. It's fucking Lagwagon's Blaze. If you haven't heard it, you end up with other things on your list.
Or
And
if you
it's,
forget that it comes out in 2003
if you
and you
forget that
miss that
Blaze
one,
comes out, I don't know, man. That's a good one. That's a good one.
that is a good one.
All right, Tim.
Bill.
Bill?
Bill.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did.
Whatever your name is.
Jesus.
So we can talk
I'd
about
rather
it.
talk
Oh
about.
yeah, we've got to talk about this first.
Yep.
So I know that we Trey had hybrid theory on his 2000 list, because his wife had asked him apparently. Uh,
Who
and
asked
everyone
you to put
and
this on
everyone
here?
and every, and everyone looked at me and said, "Bill, like, why don't you?" And I mentioned that was not my favorite Linkin Park album.
But it's
Meteora
still
has been
a
my
Linkin Park album.
yes, but Meteora was and is my favorite Linkin Park album. That's why I put it on my list for this year. I mean, again, the panel, like obviously, I'm not saying that this is groundbreaking music. I'm not saying that is phenomenal instrumentally, but I enjoy the music. I enjoy Numb. I enjoy Faint. I enjoy Hit the Floor. I enjoy Lying from You. Like I enjoy this album. I can put it on, and I do enjoy it start to finish. Um, is this the best album of the decade? Probably not. But is this an album that I think that looking at 2003, I'm like, yeah, like see this as a top 10 album for me for 2003? Absolutely. Um, yeah, again, just I mean, probably could be, just because, 4/5-year-old Bill listening to, what was on the radio and whatnot, easily
I'm just,
impressionable at that time.
I'm just picturing like
Get
little
stuck.
old Bill sitting in the bathtub, bubble bath, like bring me back to life. Na 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 na. I'm so numb.
Actually, it's hour-long bus rides is what I have for sure.
Oh, you didn't get angsty in the bubble bath.
I didn't get the bubble bath.
Well, and oh man,
That's why you was numb.
I've never been so sad
That's
in my
right.
life.
So this is an honorable mention for me, and I do like this one better than Hybrid Theory, but it's still not my favorite. Stay tuned for that one.
Oh my God, they have more than
Interesting.
those
Oh,
two.
there's more.
Oh
Yeah.
no, yeah, there's definitely more. I could. Oh, is
That
that going to be?
2024 album.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I'd take
I'll
that
give it
over
that.
this.
That 2024 album, I'll give his top three Linkin Park for me. But yeah, it wouldn't be number one.
It's probably my number one.
I know which one. I think I know which one Trey's gonna have. I can't remember which the name is offhand though.
uh,
I'll remember it on the commercial break.
yeah. I won't spoil
Okay.
nothing right now.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go out on a limb and say it's better than Evanescence. Right?
Yes. So I got a 1 and a 10. Let's go.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Working our way to the middle.
But they're the same album.
But one of them's a
No.
girl.
That's true.
You tell Mike Shinola that to his face.
I would too.
Shinola.
Come on the show, Mike.
Yeah.
Let's talk artwork. Linkin Park album art.
All I remember about Linkin Park Meteor, I don't remember a song off of it, but I remember they were like the spray paint thing was everywhere.
So
We were spray
numb.
painting. That's Meteor.
I'm so numb.
I don't remember that song at all. I was trying to look on there and I was like, I don't know what the song off this album was, but I remember we spray painting. That's what we did. Like the video or the artwork or the tray, I don't know, something. We spray paint. And I was like, okay, good for you.
Joe's just in the corner huffing the cans.
Yeah, I was like,
Hey,
no,
what was going on?
I was like, I don't know what y'all are doing, but
Yo, the paint goes
I
on the
don't love it.
All right, Joe. Rise Against.
Rise Against.
RPM.
Revolutions per minute. Kind of my. Surely I'd heard more
Yes,
Rise Against
you'd
before
heard
this,
Rise
but
Against. This was a day one buy for me. I was already a fan
yeah,
from the first.
but this was really a where I started to really dig into them. I think this album was badass, plain and simple. I'd listened to a little bit beforehand, the ever changings of the world, but this album all the way through, amazing. This is when I think about Rise Against, I think about Revolutions per minute. And that's what I'm going to generally pick up when I get Rise Against. So the new Rise Against, just not it in there, but
They
some of
still
this
had
older
Joe
stuff they do is
Principle on
amazing.
bass from 88 Fingers
Yeah,
Louie.
it was so good. One of our, the Chicago bands, really, really great album all the way through. It starts out simply because you can breathe doesn't mean you're alive. Great all the way through.
Or that you really lived.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's on my list too. I fucking love this record. We saw them 2003. We probably saw them we saw them on this tour. That's when we saw them
Yep.
when there was like 10 people in the crowd.
And we saw them, I think, 3 times in like a year. Because we saw them at the
It
Shim
was
Sham
Yeah, it was
for the Fat
2003 or
Wreck
4.
tour this year.
It was before they went
Um, and,
major.
and then we saw them at like the Lions Club or something in Mobile, someplace I never knew existed in Mobile, and we saw them there. And then we saw them one other place, and I can't remember. Was it Warp Tour? Was that the same year we went to Warp Tour?
Maybe. I don't remember.
This
Because
is
it was
like
like,
once a year.
That was my early 20s, dude. That was a lot of alcohol.
yeah, because we saw them like 3 times in the same set. It was like them and the Lawrence Arms. We kept seeing back to back to back.
An anti-flag.
Yeah,
Fuck you, Justin. There ain't no anti-flag. And they put out a fucking great record in 2003, but it ain't making my top 10, you fucking asshole.
nope. It's one of those unfortunate things. There's a couple of artists in the 2000s that I was really into at that time, and we have since learned some things, and so they just haven't shown up. I was just like, I can't really separate that art and
Yeah, you
art from
can't
the person
separate
at the
that.
moment. Um, just not one of those people who are great at that when it comes to some of the things that have happened. For me, going above the Ataris.
I mean, you talked about Bush. Lagwagon has never stops on this album, and I think that song alone is better than Revolutions. So I'm
Mhm.
keeping Lagwagon number 1. Trey.
All right.
go from the postal service to the lunch service. Oh wait, never mind.
So, show vinyl for this one. Um, this one, it's kind of a tragic story. So the album itself is primarily a power pop album. It owes a lot to the Clash, the Buzzcocks, um, Cheap Trick, and they got lumped in with pop punk, and to me, they're nothing like that. They're much more interesting. Um, Unfortunately, shortly after the album came out, they had a bus crash and all but one member died. So I still, I don't know. This is one of those weird things because, like, pop punk was blowing up at this time, and they were so, in my opinion, different. And it's one of those moments where you kind of wonder if things would have been different, or is the only reason I know about this band because of what happened to them. I don't know, but I do enjoy the album quite a lot. Um, I listen to it 2 or 3 times a day alone. Um, yeah, it's if you like that power pop sound, you're gonna like this.
Yeah, I don't
Especially if you
think
like,
I've ever heard this one.
yeah, if you like the older Buzzcock stuff. This is, I mean, it's right
I
there.
mean, who doesn't, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, it's unfortunate, but
Yeah, it's one I've never heard of, so I'm excited to check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a one shot on that one.
yeah, yeah, definitely. We could definitely do that. It is going to number 1 at the moment. Will it be there? No, I don't.
Oh,
Who
man.
knows? Least of all me.
All right. That would be me next. Good morning. We've covered this band.
Good morning.
We've covered this band. I'm not going to talk too much about Good Morning here. But,
Definitely go back and watch our episodes, though, where we do talk about this album in depth.
yeah, I mean, no spoilers, I guess, but it was my number one Alkaline Trio record. I think it's their most solid album. It was my first Alkaline Trio record. I think 2003 was when I got into the band. And there's not a fucking bad song on it. It's a banger. Anybody else want to talk about Good Morning?
Bill,
So
go
I
ahead.
was, well, say all I was gonna say is, I mean, name one bad song on here and shut up, you're lying. Um, say actually, if I remember right, like this was a general consensus best album by all of us when we covered Alkaline Trio.
Did Tim have it number
Like,
one too?
I think Tim had a number one because remember that because
I don't
he was
remember.
he was contemplating about putting it gold even at that point because that's when we just introduced Ramones Gold.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I think we gave it
this
gold anyway.
Yep,
You and I
we
did.
did. Let's say you and I did, Jason. Yep. I mean this. I mean this is the album. I say when I was go back, watch that episode. Like this was oh shit. Like I really love this band. Um, like this. You start with this could be love. Shat the bed, laid there in it. Yep, goddamn, that's what you're here for. Continental, All in Black. I mean, it's it's nothing but great songs. No matter what your mood you're in, this album will satisfy the mood.
So I
That's
wasn't
true.
on that episode with y'all. Unfortunately, the but I love this album. I remember when Jason got this album and riding around in Lake Forest in his little green car, and the first time I heard it, him putting it on, I still remember that moment because I was like, "What in the hell is this? Who? What kind of album is this? Who is this?
Did
It
he
sounds
just say I
great."
shat in bed and laid there in it?
Yeah,
What?
I was like, "We're talking about slitting throats," and I mean, I was like, "What kind of album are we listening to?" And you go
What
through,
kind
it,
of
you're like,
album you
"Holy
listen to
shit!"
driving around Lake Forest?
Yeah, but I ended up loving it. I was like, this is amazing. And then we dove deeper into their back catalog. But I don't know what my number one album would be. It'd be very hard for me to argue against this one being it, though. So that'd be tough as far as the Alkaline Trio discography goes in. Like I said, no bad songs. I love them. 100 Stories, Blue in the Face, Donner Party, Every Thug Needs a Lady. All great.
Go back and watch our episodes, Joe, and let us know in the comments of that episode why that's not your number one.
I'd have to listen to their whole discography again to be like, which one is really number one.
Hey, we do it on a weekly basis.
I know y'all do.
You used to.
Hmm.
He's like, hold on, I gotta get my shit together.
But now it's
It
so
was like an
nice. We
hour.
only
I'll be
listen.
wasting my time doing this.
Starting next week, it's 3 bands, 1 album a week, and we're doing Strung Out, The Clash, and Caius, and like that was one of the best listening music experiences I've had on this show in a long time.
Yeah,
Doing the whole
completely
discographies
revamped.
for
It's
1
great.
week is rough. So I think y'all did a smart thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
that
Megadeth broke us.
definitely.
As I knew it would, but they got that new album coming out, so we had to get it in.
Yep. Oh, we still got I got one more Megadeth album to listen to. Damn it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yep. He'd be giving interviews about that Ride the Lightning cover too. They're fucking hilarious.
Well, Joe, you drew it.
Did I draw that?
Or,
Oh,
no,
I
I drew
think
it.
Jason,
Yeah, I
you
drew it.
drew it. Yeah.
I mean, it's better than that. For now, I may pull mulligans later. We'll see. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that.
I mean, it's my number 10.
Yeah,
Oh, it doesn't break the Evanescence wall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do
Yep.
that.
Uh-huh. You might as well.
It's sitting pretty right there.
Yeah,
That's
you already
nice.
knew what was going to happen.
That's real nice.
That's real nice. It's looking
That's
pretty.
nice. Or Trey. Actually, we got to get Trey in here at some point.
Did I skip Trey?
No, we didn't.
No.
No. What did the
No,
fuck
no,
is
we're
it?
at Tim. We're at Tim.
Yeah, because we just all three had the same album, so
Yeah. Dope smoker, Tim. Sleep.
Who wants an hour-long track?
Not
Not
me.
me.
not it.
I've heard it.
No, I mean this album rips. This is the album. So this coming out in 2003 was a bit of a treat. It had previously kind of come out under the name Jerusalem. It was known as the album that actually broke the band up. They couldn't agree on this piece of music that they had written. And so the label kind of put it out under Jerusalem. They cut it up into 6 different tracks. And this was the original Vision version, one long giant track. Just a beast of an album. It's one of those albums, it defines a genre where, you take this and Caius's Blues for the Red Sun, and you're looking at the next 20 years of heavy music in the underground. There are bands that are still trying to chase the tones on this album and the feel. They obviously, being one of the pillars of the whole desert doom stoner, whatever you want to call it, of the 90s. At this point, I mean, they're on to bigger and better things at this point. This was almost an afterthought, but one of those albums that everybody kind of knew you had to pick up and check out. And yeah, it's a banger. And then of course, it's Ice Titan is or Sonic Titan is the second track. It's a live track. That's actually going to end up on their next album, on their reunion album that comes out in here's it, 2016 or something. So that's a nice little 20-year tease. Yeah, awesome album. That is, yeah. If you like it, if you like your 21st century metal Sabbathy, then this is a must.
They stepped up the artwork from down their self-titled or whatever it was called.
This is one of those that has multiple covers.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. The one you have there is the digital and CD version.
Oh, the Wikipedia for this was a mess. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's one track. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but Wikipedia's got that motherfucker all these traps. I'm not typing all that. It's one track.
Yeah. Banger of a track.
Is it better than Ministry?
Yes, it is.
Oh God, he's gonna make us. We're gonna
Yeah, he's
listen
gonna
to
make
this
us listen to
1 hour
this. That's what's
track.
gonna happen.
Tim's playing a
I didn't put
whole
Delirium
different game.
Cordial on here, did I? We're gonna listen to that anyway, though. They're coming up, so.
All right, Bill, what have you got?
The Trey.
Yeah.
Nope, we're doing you.
Okay, sure, we could do "Be with the White Stripes."
Well, is Trey's next one a double? No, so it doesn't matter.
No.
We'll do
Well,
the White Stripes.
it sure.
I
So White
follow up
Stripes.
sleep.
So once again, I mean, we've all heard Seven Nation Army, so let's just take that out of it. So this was one, contrary to the couple other ones I listed before, like these ones I actually enjoyed more the instruments and the music going on with them. Um, and what was going on, especially like a beat and rhythm section on these a little bit more compared to the Linkin Park and the Evanescence that I had earlier on this list.
So
Which is
you're
odd
saying
because it's
Meg
blues.
White's right foot is a better rhythm section than Linkin Park has, where they play full drums and like have a bass player and even a DJ and maybe a keyboard player.
Listen,
They
blues,
have a
man. You
drum.
can't fuck with the blues. Ball and Biscuit, Little Acorns. This is an honorable mention for me. I love this fucking record.
So I'm not. So as Jason alluded to, I'm not the biggest fan of the blues. There are exceptions or instances like, yeah, I can get behind and listen to this one though.
It's not their
Uh,
bluesiest for sure. They get
no.
This is
Um,
my whenever we did this way back when with Ed. Shout out Ed with our Seven Nation Army conversation, but this was my number two of theirs.
I don't remember which one it was for me.
It's pretty low on my pack, actually. I think they've got a number of albums that are better than this one. But it's also been a while since I've heard this one. So.
This one's good.
yeah,
It
here
was
I am.
Jason's
Got it.
number one.
Number one. There you go.
Hey,
A lot of
Yeah,
red and black that year.
I enjoy this album. Not much more else for that I have to say on it, unfortunately. Wrong or indifferent.
All right.
Uh, well, do you want this one at number? Let's see. I am gonna put it behind the Linkin Park album. Behind it.
Oh God. Oh, I should have known. I might as well put it behind it because this is the one you didn't even remember. You just threw it in at the end. It's probably your number 10.
No, it's above Evanescence.
I mean,
It- it-
which song do you like better?
When I copied the list,
Seven Nation Army, of course. Who doesn't
didn't
love
copy
that?
the end one.
So that's right?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay. That's not correct, but that's what we
Oh, we're
have.
running with it.
That's what we have. This was another honorable mention.
Yeah. This album was kind of a surprise to me because for the longest time I didn't listen to it. All I heard was Maps, which it's a fine song. It was
Maps is a jam.
yeah, it just really wasn't enough to get
Good
me
album.
like
I remember this one when it came out.
yeah, Maps just didn't get me pumped, I guess. So there's a relation to another band. It's one of my favorite bands called TV on the Radio, and they did a cover of Modern Romance. So I went back and I listened to this, and yeah, I mean, it surprised the hell out of me. Rich, Tick, there's so much good shit here. Every time I listen to it, it's like I've forgotten how good it is. It's an odd one. But yeah, I
Maps
really
was
really
in
enjoyed it.
Rock Band, and every time we were playing Rock Band, my wife would come in and like say, "Play Maps." Every time we could get her to play with us, and she'd put it on expert vocals and just fucking nail it 100%.
I mean, it's a good song. It was never one that like you have those songs where it's like, I like it, but I don't need to check the whole album out. That's kind of how it was for me.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Evanescence, or you hear one song, you're like, eh.
Yeah. But yeah, it really surprised me, and it is currently going to go. What the fuck is number one.
Oh wow, I would have guessed two.
Yeah, I'm still.
And then we got Tim to wrap us
All
up.
right. What crazy shit did I pull out?
Tomahawk,
Oh,
I know this one.
yeah, we've covered Tomahawk
We
on the
covered
channel.
Tomahawk.
This is
Yeah.
a fun project, including members of Helmet, Faith No More, the Jesus Lizard, and the Cows. And yeah, this was their second album. This was for me. This was obviously like a first day buy. I had seen the tour for the first album where they played both Mayday and Birdsong before this came out, and yeah, you can tell this is the band that, like, they did an album and they did a tour, and they're like, well, shit, we got another one in us. And I mean, there's some, like, I mean, the Mike Patton discography is deep. There's a couple tracks on here that are just absolute all-time gems in that catalog. Disaster Natural. Um, yeah, I mean, there's so many. Captain Midnight.
Captain Midnight.
Yeah. Um, I love this album. You Can't Win. Yeah, go back and watch your episodes. I don't. I could see this being my favorite Tomahawk album, but I also like they've got such a rich discography that it's tough. But I do. I love this album. I think that, like, as far as 2003, when rock radio is all but dead and anything considered rock is so formulaic and predictable that there's nothing exciting about it whatsoever. Here comes a super group of dudes who have been doing weirdo music for 10 years at this point, 15, 20, and coming out and just showing you how it's done. A lot of electronica influence on this album, a lot of country influence. It's a great album.
I remember it was not my number one Tomahawk. I do remember that. Where's Patton
Well,
going?
I mean, it's moving up to number one on this list for sure.
I never would have guessed.
Right?
Hey, that
Still
1 hour
use the
song is
shit out of
slipping
that
further
album.
down. I like
So
it.
good. So good.
All right. Well, that's the end of part one. We balanced it out pretty well.
Just that Evanescence. Sticking
Yeah,
Oh,
out
that's right. I
Evanescence
forgot
always.
about that motherfucker out there. That's right. Whatever.
That's
It doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
Um, that's why you wanted
in
to go
essence
with
out of
Trey.
the grinder.
Yep. Out of the grinder.
Oh, yeah.
My trio, though, coming in super strong on this first episode.
Uh-huh.
Triple buy. It might
The
be
trio's
the
got
first.
a trio.
The trio has a trio.
Yeah.
I get to be Matt.
Rise Against up in there with a trio, with a buy. It's the only thing that even has an option, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Rise Against the trio. Yep.
But there's some
See if it
fucking
holds.
good shit coming. Some great stories to be told in 2003. Stick
That's right.
around for part two. And then part three.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo.
That's right.
You might get a sneak peek at Joe's feet. As always, give us a like, give us a subscribe, help us out. We need all the help we can get. Be safe. And what, Bill?
I don't remember, other than I feel like I should make a good decision about what I say next to respond, but I can't think of what a good decision would be. What is the right thing to say?
Joe?
Be careful what you download off of LimeWire.
And then you go a little woo, and then a little whoop, 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 and then it's all, and then you're ready to go again.
Yo, come
back now. You hear?